Hello on this beautiful day here in Waterford, Republic of Ireland. Now, on my way from London yesterday, something very interesting took place on the Facebook page called Butlins Adult Weekender. Now, there was good news and there's bad news, but I'm going to focus on the bad news first. Now, I've got to give you a bit of warning. As I've stated, I'm in Waterford, Ireland. I'm on a family visit, and there's a possibility that my stepdaughter may stick her head at that door and shout abuse out at me. So this is something I got to put up with. Yeah, ever since she's been a baby, I've been a walking punch ball and a climbing frame. So now she's 9 years old. I'm no longer the punch ball, but I'm the abuse ball. So you have been warned. So let's get back to where I was with what happened yesterday. So I'm on the train on my way to Stansted Airport, and as you do, you're sort of pondering your thoughts and so forth. And I noticed there was a very beautiful young woman to the left of me on the other side of the carriage, and she was with a friend. You know, she's facing a friend in them seats that's got a table in the middle. Anyway, I took notice how beautiful she was. And then I analysed my own sort of reaction, and I thought to myself, it's always the same thing with me when it comes to very, very beautiful women. I find with the classic stunner, what the general public classes a stunner, I tend to have no desire for them. I admire, but I do not desire. And I thought to myself, I wonder how many people, or more so, how many men are like me out there, because the usual rhetoric is beautiful woman and every man wants a boner. That's the usual rhetoric. So I'm thinking, well, how popular is this sort of rhetoric, So I know what the opinion is amongst my friends. I could give a what's the word I'm looking for? Percentage. I could give a percentage on who's like that and who isn't with my social circles, but outside of my social circles, I don't know. So I decided to put a post up on the Butlins Adult Weekender, considering there's been other kind of posts unrelated to the Butlins. Like, for example, I've seen posts stating there's two things I look for a woman: classy, fun, and this year, and then it went to her being a whore in the bedroom. So that's the kind of thing I've seen on the Butlins Adult Weekender page. So I thought, well, if that could go on there, I could put my post on there. So I stated that there's a beautiful woman on the carriage, and I find that with the classic stunner, I tend to admire, but I do not desire. I find that the vibe they seem to give off to me, they seem to give the vibe that, they won't bone you into next week. And there's women who's got half her looks, who's oozes more sex appeal. And that's what I desire. So I put that on the post. Now, surprisingly, here comes the bad news. The reaction I got for that post, I was accused of being creepy. I was accused of, there was a sexual assault accusation leveled at me, right? All because I gave an opinion of sex appeal and desire. I had no intentions of approaching this woman. I had no intentions of doing anything. It was just a simple thought, but I had all these accusations laid at me, and it seemed to rub a lot of people. I was called wanker. They brought in Jeremy Carr, all because I stayed just an opinion on, like I said, sex appeal and desire. And one woman said, my comment was creepy. That constitutes as creepy. You have no intentions of making an approach at somebody. You've just given your opinions of what you desire and what you do not desire. And that is creepy. Anyway, so as a result, as it caused so much stir, I decided to look, okay, folks, I'm going to take the post down. It's only, now this is where the good news comes in. It's only once I took that post down, the support for my outlook came. Then people start saying, well, I understood what you were saying. You were saying that, some people have all the looks, but they don't have any sex appeal. Some women, they're really good looking and they know it, and that's an instant turn off, and it doesn't portray fun. So all the support came, and some people saying they were surprised how some people were so offended with something so petty and this and the other, and all the support came. So that's the good news. So my opinion is there's simply two types of people on the Butlins Adult Weekend Facebook page. You've got the sort of person who has a limited topic range in conversation. If you talk to them anything outside of getting drunk at the event, getting drunk or plastered or getting high, if you talk to them outside anything regarding the latest thing that's happened on the latest soap opera, Coronation Street, EastEnders or whatever, or X Factor or Big Brother, if you talk to them outside anything outside of, I don't know, earning a living in a 9 to 5, they're lost. Their top range is very limited. Where you got other sort of person who's deeper. You could talk to them about philosophy, you could talk about cosmos, you could talk about all sorts of things, and you could, So unfortunately, people who's got a limited topic range are very predictable. Sadly to say. But they can contribute to the world in terms of what makes the world an interesting place. But how they're predictable, like for example, their music taste. Their music taste is limited to what the DJ on the mainstream radio provides to them. Anything outside that, they don't know and they can't relate to. So there we are. I just found some of the accusations leveled at me was not only over the top, insane. Sexual abuse. Really? For having a thought that you wasn't even going to act on, and that's sexual abuse. This is the reason why on YouTube there's a lot of videos stating why men do not want to approach women in 2019, because it's just not worth the hassle. It's just not worth the while. So some women are lonely and they complain about being lonely. Well, they either got themselves to blame for that, or they got their female peers to blame for that situation, because this is the kind of environment we're creating, this oversensitive bullshit. Okay, thanks very much, and thanks for watching. Okay, bye.